everybody? I hope you're all well. What is going on? It is the Poker Core. We are back today. We are going to be, firstly, we'll get to these later. Firstly, going through this Japanese Neo Genesis promo file. Now, it took us a little while to get our hands on one. We wanted to make sure we had a good, well looked after version. Now, from what I can see, it looks to be in pretty decent shape. Potentially could have saved it. Here you go. You can see the date, 1999 on that. If it focuses. There we go. 1999. So it's been kept in pretty good condition indeed. Not entirely sure what's inside. I do know that we're going to get all of the starter Pokemon from Generation 2 and their evolutions. I am going to make sure... Oh, let's not knock that down. I'm going to make sure that I have got some card sleeves and some top loaders at the ready. So, if you bear with me just a second so I can grab those. Right. Card sleeves acquired, top loaders acquired. Here we go. So this is the oldest Pokemon memorabilia that I have opened so far on the channel. We're going to be very gentle with it. We're hoping that these cards can get sent away for PSA grading. We're hoping they're going to be good quality copies of these cards. Now that didn't tear too easily. The glue is still incredibly sticky considering that was stuck in 1999. That is some good quality glue. Right, sorry about that. Here we go. Let's take that on out of its sleeve. Oh, there's one tiny bit left to open at the bottom. There we go. Right, let's get it out of his sleeve. Here's the sleeve for anyone that can read Japanese. I'm not entirely sure what it says. If you could let me know down in the comments below, that would be great. We are live streaming this right now. Everyone in chat, we see you. Thank you for passing on by. For those that are watching the video, type in the comments below if you think we're going to get a card out of this binder that ends up getting a PSA 10. Right, so let's have a look. Okay. It's in really good condition considering it's from 1999. I'm very impressed. Okay. So, these look like they have been through the wars. Oh my goodness. Right. So, I wasn't expecting this. Let's put those down. Let's file this to the side for a second. Just because we have two loose cards, guys. So let's get them folded away. Alright, let's see what we have here. Now, what I do notice straight away is look at the border. Half of it is lighter than the rest of it. Now that is a cool holo though, I have to say. That is looking awesome. This is for Alligator. Quality of the card, not great down at the bottom. Not great. Got a little nick, a little bend. Take a look at the back. Centering is slightly off, but not the worst that we've ever seen. The centering on the front is good, but I am worried about the borders. I'm going to have to take a lot of research into these cards and let's find out about the borders. Does anyone know? Just going to take a quicker look up at this edge as well. It does look like there's potential to be some water damage. Not too sure though. You see the kind of black kind of scuffing on the edges? Not entirely sure. with this one, if I'm honest. It may be the patterning of the card. We'll have to find out. What a lovely card though. Let's file that way. If the border's meant to be like that, and the pattern, that dark kind of what could be water damage we saw on the side, if that's meant to be there also, that looks like one that we might be able to get a good grade from PSA on. That's a goodie. I don't think we'll send away any of the starter evolutions or the mid evolutions. We'll just file them in card sleeves. We will keep them for our collection though, because it isn't every day that we're opening cards from 1999, is it? These are the oldest fresh cards that I've ever had in my hands. We'll file these to the side. Right. Now let's get back to it. So, here we have... Whoa, wait, before we get these cards... Ooh, hello. Okay, let's do the cards first, shall we? And then we'll look at everything else. Because this is scaring me. We need to, let me get rid of that. Open it up. Should be able to slide right out. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Right. We'll put this back to the side for a second before we look at that. And let's take a look at these cards. So what we can do is file them into sleeves and then put them back in here if they fit, just like so. There we go. So now they are double protected and we can actually store them in this. Now from what it looks like, there has been water damage, unfortunately, which is very sad. It looks like it is all over the Typhlosion card. I'll show you there. I'm not sure if it's coming through. You see those black dots? I think this is water damage, which is not great. Yeah, it is water damage, I'm pretty sure. Because it's only on certain of the cards. What a shame that is. What a shame. What a lovely card as well. And we've got a swirl. Look at the swirl. Can you see that just there? Oh. This would have been such a nice card to get graded if it didn't have some severe water damage. Thinking about sending this back to the seller, you know, like this is I'm going to say definitely not meant to be like this. There's water, like these black dots all over the card. I'm not sure how good the camera's picking it up. I know you can see it around over there. Just black dots. Look, another one above this fire energy. Not entirely sure. Guys, let me know in chat. Is that water damage? Yes or no? Let me know what you think. Centering looks great. Shiny, with a swirl, may I add. Looks amazing. However, there may be some water damage involved. If it's on the Feraligatr and it's on the Typhlosion, it makes me believe that it isn't the Feraligatr. It is actually water damage. And I think that because that sleeve that it came in, the wrapper, it had holes in, similar to this, tiny holes, and I feel like some water may have got inside. I'm taking a look at the other cards to kind of get an idea. It isn't on the other cards though, this is so strange. So strange, let's take a look. I mean, this one's looking pretty clean. Centering is awful on this one, by the way. Border is huge on the right compared to the left. Again, you can see on the back, centering is absolutely terrible on this one. So it's a good job that we wouldn't be sending these to get graded. However, the card does look a lot cleaner. I'm not going to bother with double filing them now. Now that we've had this issue. Centering is also bad on this one. Nice shiny pattern though, lovely hollow pattern. Again, on the back, centering is also scuffed. See the 1996 logo down there from Game Freak if the camera picks it up. Nope, I don't think the camera's going to focus for that one, unfortunately. There we go. See that? 1996. Whoa, we've got some investigating to do. I think that this is a water damage issue, but I guess we're going to have to find out. We're going to research the cards, try and find some other higher quality images, and we'll take a look. For now, let's have a look at that again. I really think it has to be water damage. There's so many black dots all over it. I'm not sure that can be random. Take a look at Feraligatr again, because it's the same with Feraligatr except it's only on the top right of the card. There is some down there as well that we spotted before on the bottom right. Interesting. Let's take a look at some of these other starter generations. A little Chikorita, little Cyndaquil. I mean, these don't have that same black marking that we saw. None of these have it. So I'm not entirely sure what is going on, but we will find out, and I will keep you guys updated on Twitter. Doesn't look right, does it? You can see up in the top of the card, all along the border, you see the black markings. Very, very confusing. I'm just going to take a quick look really up to my eye to see. I'm not sure, you know. I am not sure. I'm going to have to find out. There's a lot of these markings all over the card though. Like a lot. When I look at that up close to my eye, these black dots are just all over the card. We shall see. 3 of my favorite starter Pokemon of all time. In fact, actually, Chikorita, I'm not a fan of. Let me take that back. However, these cards are very confusing, whether they're damaged or not. If anyone does know, if you could please type in the comments, that would be fantastic. We're going to put away the rest of those cards and just take a quick look at this binder. So we have, oh, okay, let's undo it again. We have a Pokemon card fan club. Now what is this here? Some kind of sign up. Could have got a Porygon promo card. Look at that. Could have also got a pen. We love a good promo pen. I guess this would have been some kind of sign-up thing for the fan club. Oh, look, the old Executor promo. We recently packed the modern remake of that in the XY Evolution set. If anyone reads Japanese, let us know if that says anything interesting. for now, I believe that is it. We have some cool artwork in here. We've got the legendary Pokemon, Lugia, Suicune, Ho-Oh. Got some of the starters, just a load of Generation 2 Pokemon basically. Hoppip, Steelix. I believe that is just a standard inlay for this file. Oh, we are making absolute carnage back there. Let's line those up again. Interesting. I really hope they're not water damage, guys, because I'd love to get those cards graded. I really would. Right, next part of the video, we're going to grade, well, hopefully try and establish a grade on these 3 Ancient Mew promo cards from the original Pokemon movie. So, as you can see, the coloration is slightly different. See, this one's slightly brighter. You see also different logos. See them? These 2 are from the UK. This one is from the United States. Now, we sourced the 3 of these the past 2 weeks because we are looking to get them graded. We want to send them to see if they can get PSA 10s. Now, they are all still in their plastic wrapper from when they were given away at the cinema. When you went to see the very first original Pokemon movie, you would walk in, and as you got your ticket given to you, you would also get one of these cards. Now, I do not want to take them out of the seal purely because I don't think there's any need to. We would love to see the front for the grading. However, I think it will be better to have the grading as a surprise. We can also try to tell from the back of the card how the front will look. So as you can see from this one, centering, looking pretty good. Not perfect, definitely not perfect, but I think it looks decent. So this one of the British ones, I've put it in this sleeve with, ooh, guys, you know what I'm like with modern Pokemon. You'll have to tell me in the comments the name of that one, along with laughing at me for not knowing its name. This one, I believe, may be our best shot at a PSA 10. So this one, we keep over here, just separate. Now we have the other British one and the American version. Now, on this British one, who I filed in a, I believe this is Zacian. I know it's one of the Sword and Shield Pokemon, basically, so I can identify it. As you can see, from the back, the centering looks off. See that right-hand side, the border is thicker than the left? Like, noticeably? I think it is anyway. I believe, I'm still going to send it to PSA, but I believe this is going to get a 9, purely because of that centering. Again, we can't see the other side. It is blocked by this. It says, what can Ancient Mew do? Find out the Pokemon Trading Card Game League near you. Go to your TCG League location to pick up an exclusive playmat with clues to solve these Ancient Mew questions. So as you know, we can't see the front of the card, but just from the back, I do not think this one is as likely to get a 10, although it still might, and I'm not saying it won't. I'm not as confident, shall we say, on that one. So, I'm going to leave that one here. Now we get on to the American copy. Now, as far as I'm aware, the card is exactly the same. Obviously, our promo card, well, the instructional card, is slightly different. So as you can see, different colouring. You can see the colouring on the other one is much darker. Different logos, obviously different text with different number. Now, if you look at the actual text itself, this one says, puzzled by the other side of this card, go to the Pokemon Trading Card Game League near you to find out what the Ancient Mew can do. Correctly fill in the blanks at your TCG league location, then take home an exclusive Ancient Mew playmat / poster and earn league points too. So in America, clearly the giveaway extended beyond just going to the cinema, and it was almost like a treasure trail. Now with this one, the centering, straight away I noticed that the top is much thicker than the bottom. I'm not sure how well the camera's going to pick that up, but as you can see, fairly thin, not thin, big and chunky. I'm sure, look, I can see just from looking at my own into the camera, there's a huge amount of border at the top compared to the bottom. Now, on the photos that I saw before I purchased it, I believe the card was tilted in this direction. So it looks, you see now, rather than straight, you see how those borders look the same? I didn't buy it from a trusted seller. I did get it for fairly cheap, so I'm still not too unhappy, because it still does have a chance of getting that 10. However, I really don't think that's going to get a 10. With this card, they will be strict. There is still a lot in circulation. I know it's wrapped from 1998 or 99, whenever the film came out, the original film. However, there is still quite a lot of them. You have to imagine that this was given to every single kid going into the cinema to see the Pokemon movie. So there is still a lot. So the American one, I'm not confident on at all. I will still send it off, but I don't think that we will see good returns. For the 3 of the cards, I'm expecting at least 110. At least 110. I'd love to see all 3 get one, but I'm pretty sure it's only going to be this one in the Pokemon that we don't know the name of. I'm going to send them away. Now, we were going to send these away as well, but we don't know whether they're water damaged. This Typhlosion especially, not happy with. Loads of black dots all over it. We've got some other cards that we are thinking of getting graded also. So I was thinking, as a little surprise, I'd take you through these to show you in advance what we're going to be sending away, talk you through how PSA works. You know now from the videos how PSA go about grading, what they're looking for, the corners, the edges, bends, nicks, centering, scratches, print lines, etc, etc. I'll take you through and then I'll show you kind of what we have to do to get them sent to PSA, how much we pay, all of these questions that I'm sure a lot of you are asking. So we start off with 3 Ash's Pikachu promo cards. Now, these ones on their own are of little to no value. They are the same as the Ancient Mew promo. They are all sleeved. Eerily similar plastic wrapper with one side a lot longer than the other. Hasn't changed from 1998 to 2017. Now, these cards were given away with the Pokemon movie I Choose You, I believe. You could use this card to, as it says at the back, get a special edition Pikachu in Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. I believe that was on the Nintendo DS. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. This card has 0 to no pop. There's not really anyone looking for it whatsoever. They're really readily available. You can pick these up for under $5 each easily. However, I haven't seen too many PSA 10s in circulation. Eventually, these cards, as there's so many of them, they're easy to get. There's a free promo card. They will be torn apart by children. Children will play with them. They'll scuff them. You know how it goes. They'll be used a lot, especially as it's Pikachu, the franchise Pokemon. Now, all of these, I believe, are PSA 10 worthy. I bought them all from the same person. That person was also a collector. I believe that person was going to get them graded himself. He then chose not to because he didn't think they were worth the time or the money. After you've got it graded, he feels the card is going to be not even worth what you paid to get it graded. However, they're all in great condition. Centering's all great. Borders all look great. Corners all look great. Apart from this one corner, sorry. Yeah, this is the card. You can see this corner is so sharp. You see that? Looks like it's been cut off. Let me see if that focuses for you. Okay, so you see that corner's not too smooth. Quite sharp. Maybe they could downgrade for that, but it'll be pretty harsh. We will send those ones away. So we have our 3 Ancient Mews, our 3 Ashes Pikachus. Next, we have Ho-Oh GX. This is a promo from Burning Shadows, I believe. It came in tins. Not the greatest centering on this one. As you can see, got a lot more border. To the right, look at all that shiny silver compared to the left. On the back, not as noticeable. So this one, that white mark there is nothing. On the back, nowhere near as noticeable. So I believe we may be in with a chance of securing the 10 on this one. That is why I bought it. I asked for photos of the back before I purchased it. I think that all of these are going to start getting snapped up sooner rather than later. The Burning Shadows promos and the Hidden Fates promos, I believe, are going to go up in value. Not anytime soon, but they're nice promo cards. They're very, 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 very highly produced, and the demand for them was absolutely zero. Now, that usually leads to kids playing with them a lot, parents who are kind of wise to the hobby, wise to knowing how much cards are worth, haven't protected them. I see them get almost thrown away. People will be selling this one, as you can see. I've got the Charizard from Hidden Fates promo tins. There's a Charizard promo, a Gyarados promo, and a Raichu promo. I've got all 3, purchased all of them this week. This one, the centering is not great. I didn't notice that when I was picking it up, which is a shame. You can see way more centered. To the right, you can clearly see the border is way skinnier on the right than it is the left, unfortunately. But we'll send it away nonetheless. Still might get an 8 or a 9 on this card. There's no print lines as far as I can see. If you do see any, let me know in the comments. Good condition. I think the only way these cards are going is like that. Financially, I'm sure the only way they can go is up. They're at an absolute bottom point. You can pick them all up for around £2, £3, £4 or dollars or euros each, including the Charizard. Graded in a 10. I believe this card to be worth somewhere in the region right now of $30 to $40. So you would make a profit if you bought it and then got it graded, and it did get the 10. However, if you sit on it for a little while longer, I believe the only way is up. So I will carry on investing in those. Now, we have a few cards that we've packed recently that I was thinking of getting sent in for grading purely for sentimental reasons. So we have Stack Attacker, Hoot Hoot, Reverse Hollow, Magneton, Reverse Hollow, Elgium, Dedenne, Medicham, Vikavolt, which I believe is the promo, Black Star promo, along with the Stakata. They're both Black Star promos. Then we also have Morpeko, who is a Black Star promo as well. He is from the triple pack blister, I believe, for Sword and Shield. We've got a Reverse Hollow Coach Trainer, and that... we have two more actually. We'll leave those aside because they are actually fairly rare compared to these. None of these are rare, but as they are some of the first cards that we opened getting back into the hobby, and in my opinion look the coolest, so I deliberately picked these as they're all the Reverse Hollows with pretty nice patterns on. Depending on what typing they are, you can see the Fighting Reverse Hollow pattern, the Electric one. I just thought it would be cool to get them graded. I selected them because I think they've all got really great chances of being an absolute 10. I could not find anything wrong with any of them. I included that just because I wanted to have a trainer as well. The centering on this one is not very good, but the centering on the others was even worse. So I don't think that'll get a 10. These I'm more confident on. The Black Star promos, these are our first promos that we opened since coming back to the hobby. So again, just for sentimental reasons, I'm thinking of getting all of those graded. They will not be worth anything for now. Maybe in the future they will, but who knows. Now, our first packs, since coming back to the hobby, we opened were some Sword and Shield ones. We opened 2 triple boosters doing some tester videos for the channel. Zakim V. Great card, great centering, literally nothing. That is not the back of the card. I'm not going to take it out of his sleeve. That isn't the back. It does have a normal back for everyone that hasn't seen that card before. This on its own right now is worth about $25, so around £20. We could sell that for comfortably right now on eBay, but we don't want to do that because we want to get it graded. We want to send it off for a 10. Keep that for sentimental reasons. Maybe one day I'll release the video that I did as a tester where I opened these cards before we made the Poker Core channel. In those packs, we also got in DDV, again, just for sentimental reasons. This one isn't really worth anything, probably around $4 to $5 right now, pack fresh. For sentimental reasons, we're going to send that one off as well. Now we get to our last few cards. We have the Raichu GX, who, remember I told you Charizard, Hidden Fates promo from the tins. Raichu is also from the tins. We have the Gyarados. I thought I had it with me, but clearly I don't. I know where it will be. It'll be in the living room. But I wanted to bring all 3 to show you, just to show you the cards. I'd recommend investing in these. They're very cheap. If you can find good quality copies, buy them, send them away, get them sent to PSA. Now we move on to our other pickups. We have Charizard GX. Now you'll notice this Charizard looks pretty different. This is a Detective Pikachu special case file. So imagine the Japanese file that we just opened. Now imagine our Sword and Shield collection box in the back. Imagine a cross between the two. You kind of have a special box, a special Detective Pikachu box that you can open. It had some Detective Pikachu Pokemon card packs inside. It had this promo. It had a giant card version of this promo. So the card was like this big, huge, huge, huge. I'm sure you've all seen those before. If you haven't, take a look on Google. I'm sure you'll love them. I saw this one going for really cheap. The box that it comes in is around £15-20 retail. I got this card for £4. I'm going to take a jump on this one. I'm going to get it sent to grading. Not entirely sure what it will come back with. I haven't actually had a chance to review this properly yet. From looking at it now, it looks decent but not great. Centering's not quite perfect. There's also, I'm not sure the camera's picking up on it, but if you look at the top, there's some slight scuffing. Very slight. The camera's kind of picking up on that. You see it looks kind of white in the middle. So I'm not entirely sure. I may need to look for more copies of this. However, this is a card I'm going to be investing in. It's a very unique looking card. It's probably the best card in my opinion, even though it is a Black Star promo that came out of the Detective Pikachu set. I'm going to be buying a few of these and investing in these. Also, getting them graded, trying to get my hands on as many 10s as possible. This one, again, just a little inkling I've got for the future on that one. Let's put it that way. I then picked up these 2. Now, I got these for incredibly cheap from eBay. Not really much worth to either of them. We've got a Mimikyu full art, got an Entei GX full art. I picked these up for a combined price of £3.20. I haven't looked at them properly yet. Just wanted to share them off with you guys because I thought, excuse me, the artwork was cool, to be honest with you. I love that blue line around Entei. I think that is wicked. 2 nice looking cards. I have little to no clue on their value. I think they're both valued at around $2 each, $3 each, something like that. Nothing special, but a nice purchase nonetheless, in great condition. Definitely PSA 10 worthy. Will I get them graded? Not sure yet. We'll have to see on that one. Now we get into the 2 vintage cards. So we start with the Dark Charizard. We'll then move on to this Mew. So Dark Charizard. I was going to get it out of the sleeve. I don't want to. I bought this as pack fresh from a Team Rocket pack. As you can see, this card is in great condition. Brings back a lot of memories from my childhood, this one. This is from one of the sets that I opened originally as a kid. I had the, obviously, base set came out. You had base set 2, you had Jungle, Fossil, and Team Rocket. They are your original packs. Gym Heroes was also there. The Rocket packs, you had this Dark Charizard, then you also had the Hollow Dark Charizard. Now, the Hollow Dark Charizard, if you want to get that pack fresh nowadays, or at least gem mint without being graded, you're looking at over the $100 mark. This I picked up for £11, which I believe is around $14 to $15. Centering isn't great. However, the card is in pristine, pack fresh condition. This was my best chance at a cheap price of getting a card that, you know, I can reconnect with. It's something I loved as a kid. I love the artwork. Will I send it for grading? Probably not. I don't think it will come back too high. I think it will come back an 8 or something along those lines. But I wanted to have it in my collection. I may, depending on if I can source another one, I may end up giving this away. So stay tuned and keep peeled for that one. Now this one may be purchase of the year. This is a black and white Mew Black Star promo. You can see the holographic pattern. Nothing too fancy, but a nice holo. This card, in a PSA 10, their population is so low. So low. I haven't managed to find one that has sold in a PSA 10 within the past 3 months. This one, I don't think is anywhere near a PSA 10. The centering is really scuffed. As you can see, bottom and right are loads thicker than top and left. However, I picked this up for £3.60. That is around $4 or $4.50. This card right now, just on its own, just like this, right now, buy it now on eBay, around $15 to $25. I'm not entirely sure how I got it for under $4, but I did. I cut a deal with the right person. These are all low margin flips. I know the big guys, your TCA Gaming, your Poker Revs, will buy a card for $1,000 and then flip it 6 months later for $2,500. I know that you guys might not have the money to do that. So I thought I'd draw your awareness to a few of these cards, you know, bring them into your eyes, let you know about them. If you then want to go away, do your own research or investigating, you can. If you want to invest in them, you then can as well. I think there's money to be made in all of these cards. That will be today's video over. You can find us on the usuals, Twitter, Instagram throughout the week. YouTube, always doing our live stream every single Monday, 2 p.m. GMT, or right now we're actually in BST. America Eastern, I believe that's 9 a.m. Western is 6 a.m. So pretty early. The next stream, I'm not sure what we're going to be doing. I will let you guys know though. We are going to have 2 videos coming this week. One of them is going to be opening one of these bad boys. We have the Sun and Moon Burning Shadows collection. In this, we will be looking for the Rainbow Rare Charizard. If you don't know what this card is, it is worth, out of the pack, $200 minimum. In a PSA 10, you're looking at over the $1,000 mark. Can we get one? Find out in the videos this week. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon. For those watching on the live stream, thank you all for being here. These cards we will be sending away to get graded, as I mentioned just now. If you send them away directly, you can get a cheaper deal. There are a few people in the UK, though, that you can send them through. Now, I'm going to be sending mine through Graded Gem. You can find them at gradedgem.com. I'm going to be sending around 30 or so cards, so I'll be sending them for $8.99 each. I saw that you mentioned that, Josh. Yeah, $8.99 I'll be sending. That includes a vetting process. So Connor over, excuse me, I'm just going to take a sip of water. Connor over at Graded Gem is going to be reviewing the cards before we do send them away. And he will let me know a rough idea whether it's a 9 or a 10, an 8 or a 9, 7 or an 8, of what these cards will end up being graded. These guys send away thousands of cards on a weekly basis from around the UK. So their opinion, although it may not be perfect, we trust it quite a lot. So yeah, $8.99 is the cost of each of these cards that we get sent away. So the ones for sentimental value, that is going to be quite a bit of money, but I just want to do that for personal reasons. The other ones, now you can see this card, for instance, that we think might be water damaged, why it might have all of these weird black markings all over it. This is why I'm hesitant of sending them away, because otherwise, you know, it's just a waste of £9, basically. Serb, I've seen you. Josh, Charlie, Def, everyone, Dennis, that came through to the live stream. Thank you all for coming. This has been the Poker Core. I am going to be running a giveaway. Details of that are going to be coming out either later on today or tomorrow. I've got a few more vintage cards that I'm going to be looking at giving away as well. All of that will be on Twitter if you guys want to see it. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you all have an amazing day, an amazing week. Stay safe in isolation, and